In this video, I'm going to be ranking the top 5 best cards at each position right now in NBA 2K25 My Team. So I'll be going over who I think are the top 5 best point guards right now, the top 5 best shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well, just to give you guys kind of a gauge of who I think the best cards are at each position right now in my team. And you guys can, of course, let me know in the comment section down below your guys' top 5s at each position, or just what you guys would change about my top 5s as well. Let me know all that type of stuff down below. But let's get into the first position here, talking about my top 5 best point guards. And for number 5, I'm gonna go with the new dark matter, or one of the new dark matter, Lonzo Ball. Now, for some reason I can't spell his name, but yeah, Lonzo I think is really good at the point guard position this year. I think his jump shot is actually good, you know, on very quick timing. I do like his release quite a bit. I think the Lonzo and jump shot on very quick timing is actually a pretty good release. I think he's got solid dribble sigs, but the thing about Lonzo, where he really excels, is that defensive side of the floor, right? 92 block, 97 steal, 97 perimeter, 92 interior defense. Well, being a 6'6" point guard with a pretty good player model in game, I think that makes him a great defensive card. He always is an amazing slasher in my team. I feel like he gets great dunking animations, and I was considering cards like Gary Payton, Shea, right? Those were cards that were very close to my comparison to being the 5th best point guard in the game, but I gave that slight edge to Lonzo just because I do prefer his jump shot. He's got a little bit more size than Gary Payton, that's why I do prefer him over him, but a lot of those cards are very similar. I think Lonzo, Shea, and GP all could be considered the 5th best point guard in my team. Number 4 is going to be Dark Matter Magic. I think this card, when used properly, is seriously one of the best point guards in this game. You can maybe even argue over number 3 or number 2. 6'9" at point guard, 7'1" wingspan. That in itself is so valuable to have. Like, that height at the point guard position, at least as of right now in my team, he's the only like extremely tall elite point guard in the game. I know there's that like Pink Diamond Jeremy Shohan who's 6'8". I know there's like Stephon Castle and Dyson Daniels and other point guards that are also 6'7". I think maybe some of them are 6'8", but like him right now being this elite of a card as a dark matter, really good stats across the board, and him having this good of dribble sigs really helps him out. He has the best dribble style in the game, which is the Darius Garland dribble style. He's got like really good dribble sigs besides that. And then he's also got like an okay jump shot. It's always a Magic Johnson release. Like, it's always not the best in the world, but I mean, if you're wide open with this card, I feel like you should be able to hit and green consistently. And that's all you really need with this Magic card, is to hit a wide open shot. He's going to be an elite level slasher, and he's going to play top level defense at that point guard position. But for number 3 and number 2, I think could be debatable. I think Devin Booker and Luka, like, I'm really back and forth on. I think both these cards are the clear consensus number 2 and number 3 best point guard. Like I said, maybe you could argue Magic over Booker, maybe you could argue Magic over Luka. I could see that argument depending on what kind of play style you have and what you're looking for at the point guard position. But between Luka and Devin Booker, I mean, I can compare these cards. It really just comes down to obviously the jump shot and the dribble sigs, because you know, if you take a look at the stats and the badges, they're all the exact same. But if we compare these 200 overall cards here, you know, 6'6" for Devin Booker. Luka's got definitely a little bit more height, a little bit better of a player model. I'll 100% give that to Luka Doncic. Stats wise, again, are pretty much going to be identical. It comes down to the animations. Jump shot wise, I think Luka's probably got the better jump shot, but very similar jump shots. Like, I like both of these jump shots a ton. And then dribble sigs wise, I do think Devin Booker's got much better dribble sigs. That's why I think you could give this slight edge to Devin Booker. I think his movement is a lot better, but then I do prefer Luka's jump shot and also a bigger player model. It's a really hard debate, but I'm going to go Devin Booker at 2 and Luka Doncic at 3. But the clear consensus, I'm pretty sure for most people, the best point guard in this game is 100 overall MJ. I mean, I don't think there's really too much I really need to say with MJ. He's 6'6" at point guard, 6'11" wingspan, and he's got one of the fastest and one of the best jump shots in this entire game for a point guard. He's got some of the best dribble sigs. I mean, he is easily the best point guard right now in my team, and these are going to be my top 5. Now, getting into the top 5 best shooting guards, at number 5, I do have Dark Matter Dr. J. I think he's still one of the best shooting guards in this entire game. I think his big flaw really comes down to his animations, right? He's 6'7" at the 2, 6'11" wingspan. He's got great stats across the board. He's an amazing slasher, that 99 driving dunk Hall of Fame poster. He gets so many good dunking animations, but the thing about this card is he still has an amazing jump shot, but it's only on normal timing, and he's got like normal dribble style. He's got normal size up, so his dribble sigs really aren't the greatest, but that jump shot is seriously amazing. I think if we were to get like a 100 overall Dr. Dr. J with his jump shot and very quick timing and better dribble sigs, we could be looking at the new best shooting guard in the game. But I think for right now, he's going to be at number 5, just missing a faster jump shot and some better dribble sigs. Number 4 is actually going to be 100 overall. Might sound crazy to have 100 overall Vince behind some normal dark matters, but the thing about Vince Carter is I feel like his jump shot's a bit inconsistent at times. 6'6" at shooting guard's good, but it's not amazing. 6 foot at wingspan. His player model isn't insane in game, but it's definitely solid enough. Obviously 100 overall, so going to have those 99 stats, those 30 Hall of Fame badges. And I think his dribble sigs are also kind of mid as well. Like, they're definitely decent dribble sigs, but they're not on the level of some top tier shooting guards, and I think that kind of holds him back is really his dribble sigs and maybe a little bit inconsistent of a jump shot. But other than that, Vince Carter is still insane and one of the best shooting guards. But in my opinion, I would take Dark Matter Ron Artest, not another Vince Carter, but I would take Dark Matter Ron Artest, and I would take personally Dark Matter Kawhi over Vince Carter. I think their defense and their player models and their size at the shooting guard position is sort of invaluable, right, compared to Vince Carter. Ron Artest 6'7" at the 2, 6'11" wingspan. The card's gonna play extremely good defense. He's got great tendencies. He's got a great player model, and like I prefer his jump shot over Vince Carter's, and I think he's even got similar dribble sigs to a card like Vince, who's more known for his offense, you know, compared to Ron Artest, more known for his defense. So I do think Ron Artest is a better shooting guard than Vince, and then I would say Kawhi is slightly better, just because I know a lot of people prefer his jump shot. He's got the longer wingspan as well, and Kawhi just always plays exceptionally good defense in game. It's definitely because of this Kawhi Leonard motion style. It just helps so much on the defensive end. He moves through screens really well. He's able to stay in front of players amazingly. He kind of gets in that low stance, and he just really clamps up at the shooting guard position. Like his jump shot, pretty good dribble sigs, has a good behind the back this year, at least in my personal opinion. So Kawhi Leonard, I do think is the second best shooting guard right now in the game, only behind that one man, and that one man is going to be 100 overall Carmelo Anthony. I think it's a pretty clear choice. I mean, he's a 100 overall card, you know, 6'7" at the 2, 7 foot wingspan, obviously great stats and badges. But the thing about this card is that jump shot. The Cameron Thomas base, Oscar Robertson upper on very quick is to me one of my favorite jump shots in this game. I think he's got solid but not incredible dribble sigs, but I think they're good enough to get the job done with that top level jump shot. And I do think Carmelo Anthony, at least of right now, is the best shooting guard in my team. Going over to my top 5 best small forwards, to kind of knock off number 5 and number 4, it's going to be still Dark Matter LeBron and Dark Matter Giannis. But I think both of these cards have dropped quite a bit, you know, at the small forward position. They're still great defensively. They still get some of the best animations in this entire game, right? They're both some of the best slashers. They have great height, you know, great size at that small forward position. I really do like both of these cards, and I think they're some of the best cards in this game. But like, we have to talk about Dark Matter Josh Smith, because this card is seriously unbelievable, and I was sort of sleeping on him when he first came out, but now that I've used him and seen him more in game, this card is insane. He's literally just LeBron with a way better jump shot and better dribble sigs as well. Like, you're looking at a Michael Beasley type of jump shot with good dribble sigs, amazing defense, like one of the best defenders in this entire game. He basically has 100 overall stats and badges with an elite level jump shot, solid dribble sigs, like maybe not the best tendencies in the world, but like, this card plays exceptionally good defense in game. He's got an amazing quick jump shot, and he's a great slasher. He gets great animations as well. He's got a good player model, good size at the small forward position. He's literally just LeBron with a way better jump shot. I think he's going to be the third best small forward. For number 2 and number 1, I think they are the easy number 2 and number 1 best small forwards in the game. And that's going to be 100 overall Blake and 100 overall Chris Webber. I know some people say that Chris Webber is a little bit overrated, and I think he's definitely not worth his price tag, but I think Chris Webber is still easily the best small forward in the game. Could be argued the best card in the game as well. Both of these guys at the small forward position are absolutely unreal and easily going to be the 2 best small forwards in my team. Now, going over to the top 5 best power forwards in the game, I think at number 5 it comes down to 3 different names, and that's going to be Dark Matter Chet, who I'm going to choose as my 5th best power forward. But you could also definitely mention a guy like Dark Matter Hakeem. He could be argued over Chet, right? Even Dark Matter Embiid is another really good option at the power forward position. All 3 of these cards can definitely be considered for that 5th spot, but in my personal opinion, I do think it's going to be Chet. Now, the reason for that is just because I feel like his player model is a little bit better in game. He feels like he's 7'2", 7'3". And even though I know he doesn't have the greatest of strengths, you know, 84 strength, only weighing 195 pounds, and kind of does have that slender player model, but I think that really helps him get really good blocking animations. I like his jump shot as well. Between the 3 cards, I think he's got my favorite jump shot. Between Embiid, Hakeem, and obviously Chet, I do think he's got the best jump shot in my personal opinion. and I think he's just gonna barely squeak in there as the 5th best power forward. Now for number 4 and number 3, I know it's a huge debate, but I'm gonna go Kareem and D-Rob. I think both of these cards are the 2 best dark matters, at the power forward position after the 100 overall cards we'll talk about here at number 1 and number 2. But D-Rob and Kareem, I know it's a huge debate. Like, I see in my comment section, I see a lot of people say Kareem's better, and then I see a lot of people say D-Rob is better as well. So I know a lot of people are kind of back and forth on this card, and I'm just gonna say, I know people will probably still disagree with me somehow, but I seriously think this one is totally up to preference, and there is no wrong answer when it comes to dark matter Kareem and dark matter D-Rob. Now, for me, I like Kareem a little bit more at the center position because he has a lower 3-ball rating, only at a 79, and I do think his jump shot is a little bit worse than D-Rob's. Now, this is how I just compare it. I think D-Rob's a better power forward with the higher 3-ball and the better jump shot, so he's more of that kind of stretch 4, where I view Kareem as not an inside big, but like kind of that guy that's going to be more of a true traditional center who's not going to be shooting as many threes as a card like dark matter D-Rob. I just really like D-Rob's release. I think that obviously is where it comes down to preference, but like their dribble sigs are basically the same, right? Their jump shots are similar, but I do like D-Rob's a lot more. And then also does, D-Rob has a way higher 3-ball. That's sort of my like ranking in my opinion for it. But again, if you want to switch that around, perfectly okay with me. Both those cards are seriously amazing at the power forward position, but the clear number 2 again and number 1 at the power forward position is going to be 100 overall Kristaps and 100 overall Shaq. It's probably going to be that for a while until we get like a power forward Hakeem 100 overall maybe, or just another 100 overall at the power forward position, because those cards are seriously insane and are definitely some of the best cards at each position. But going on to the last position we'll be talking about here in this video, which is going to be the top 5 best centers, and like I mentioned, Kareem, he's going to be here at number 5 over D-Rob, just because I do think he's a better center card than D-Rob, and I think he can be used as an amazing center in this game. Now, to talk about the rest 4, it kind of sounds crazy, but we're gonna have 100 overall Kristaps at number 4, and we're gonna have 100 overall Shaq at number 3. I know I use them in the power forwards, but they're still top tier centers as well. Like, yes, they're better at the power forward position because they can take more advantage of their height. Shaq's not only 7'1", but when we talk about the 2 best centers in this game, they are going to be a lot taller than 7'1". So it seems like Shaq's not undersized, but he's definitely not like the tallest card in the game compared to Galaxy Opal Wemby and Dark Matter Zach Edey. I think both these cards are better at the center position than Shaq and Kristaps. Now, if you want to argue Shaq and Kristaps are the better card, you definitely could, because they can also play the power forward position. But when we're talking about Wemby and Zach Edey, these are guys that are absolute giants at the center position. Wemby's 7'4", 7'8" wingspan, but it seems like he's got like an 8'2" wingspan. He's got such a great jump shot, even though it's on normal timing. He can shoot over the top of any single card. And if you guys have played the Pink Diamond Wemby, if you guys have played the Galaxy Opal Wemby, he is unbelievable. Like, he just gets so many glitchy animations. But the thing about Zach Edey is I feel like he's basically very similar to Wemby, but has a lot more strength. He's got 97 strength. His player model is a lot heavier and a lot bigger in game. He's also a bit taller, 7'5" height, 7'10" wingspan. So he's got a little bit more height, a little bit more wingspan, just about the same defensive stats. And the jump shot is definitely preference. I prefer Edey's slightly more than Wemby's, but like, again, those cards are very similar. I just think Zach Edey, with that strength and size, does put him kind of giving him that edge slightly over Wemby as the best center in my team. But in my opinion, guys, these are going to be the top 5 best point guards in the game, top 5 best shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys would change about my rankings, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.